Hi, my name's Kieran McDonald, author of the explosive new book, Old School Perspectives on Taekwondo. It's my mission to bring to the Taekwondo world the lost practices and the hidden applications of the Taekwondo patterns. I believe that by rediscovering the old school methods, we can make Taekwondo relevant for the self-defense needs of the 21st century. The clip we're going to look at today is a clip from my new course on drills, continuous flow drills. This is a method of training that I learnt from Patrick McCarthy, a method that's pretty much alien to Taekwondo, but Patrick McCarthy, 9th degree and founder of Choong Jang, has given me the impetus to create these continuous two-person flow drills within Taekwondo, and that allows a lot of repetition. As your skills increase, it allows you to ramp up the aggression, ramp up the contact, and still remain safe. They're great ways of training, very exciting, and a great improvement to the traditional one-step sparring, which can be often quite stilted and concentrate more on the tradition and routine than the actual self-defense techniques within it. So we're going to look at what's called the wedging block, or hechomaki, and we're going to look at an application for that. If you like what you see, check out the description below. There should be a link to check out my courses for free there. But also, hit the subscribe button, and I'll keep making videos, keep sharing them with you. Thank you very much for your time. Choong Jang. Okay, so the next technique we're going to look at is wedging block front snap kick double punch. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there are two main applications for this. We're going to cover the first one now. This is nice. We can work it into an interactive drill, and it deals with one of the common methods of violence, common types of violence that one may encounter. It deals with a two-handed shove. Now, when you're being shoved, it's one of those techniques that's quite easy to read. You can't stealthily shove someone. If you want to get any real power into a shove, even with a one-handed shove, you need to draw your weight back and throw it forwards through the shove. One-handed shoves are quite rare. It's usually a two-handed shove. People usually square up, bring their weight back and then stick it forwards. If you come underneath and lift, you can also take the person off their feet. So we're going to use this now. We're going to use a normal two-handed shove, and we're going to deal with this in we're going to use the wedging block in what we call a dissolve. So instead of attempting to block in a force meets force manner, we're going to use a simple method of redirecting the force in a different place. Okay, so we're going to start by shoving each other. So I'm going to shove Jack, and he's going to shove me. And I'm going to shove him, he's going to shove me. I shove him, he shoves me. But this time I bring my hands up into the centre. Now you can bring them up like this or bring them up like this, doesn't matter. All that matters is that your hands are taking up the least space possible, so that when they're not impeded by his arms, and then I can spread them out into this wedge shape. So he pushes, and I bring my hands up, and then I bring them out to the side. Now, if he's got longer sleeves, you're able to hold onto the sleeves and keep his arms in position using that. And that gives you this. His sleeves are too short for me to do that, because I can grab them here, but I really want control further down the arms where his wrists are. I can hold on to here, but he's able to move his arms around and still hit me. So it's not a great amount of control. So as he pushes this time, I come up, I come down, and I grab his wrists. Now, as you can see, his chest is full on. He's, in a very open position. So I'm going to take my leg off the floor, and I'm just going to kick him in the balls. All right, that's going to fold him over. Now, what I'm going to do then is attack the head, which is unprotected. So I'm going to pull it this way as fast as I can. And as it hits its maximum amount of rotation, it's going to spin backwards. And he's going to want to regain control of his head. It's going to recoil. As it does, I'm going to use this momentum to add to my own force to create a bigger force. And I'm going to do what's called a bicep bump. I'm going to slam my bicep into the side of his jaw. And this is a technique that you see bouncers, or doormen as they like to be called these days, use quite a lot of the time. It's very, very useful. Because it looks non-aggressive, you can hit people with it, and the CCT cameras don't often pick it up. But also you can do it from a position where you're holding on to someone, and you can, without creating too much of a tell, you can slam it into the side of the face. Now if I just borrow Jack for a second here, we're turning this way a little bit, I'll show you how much force you can generate with it. So I'm turning here, I'll recall the arm and watch. And again, I mean, he's a big fella, right? I can shift him with this. 1, 2. Okay, so you can imagine the effect that's going to have when you hit the side of the head with that. Spin the brain. I'll shove him. When he shoves me, I shove him. He shoves me, I reach up and dissolve. I kick him in the balls. I'm not going to be able to smash his head, he's not going to like that. So what we're going to do is use the shoulders instead. So I'm going to pull him this way, and then pull it back and slam. And then we go back into drill, and I push him, he pushes me, I push him, he pushes me, I push him, and he dissolves. Kicks, and then back we go.